As it turns out, he is going to be on the offense first. What are you seeing over there on the defense, EP?
We'll take a look here at the defense. This is perhaps a new relic of the new patch. We are going to be seeing Peak here, opening things up here on the defensive Hanzo. Not offensive, where, well, we might be offensive too, as it turns out, but Arc is going to be on the Zenyatta, Rex on Reinhardt, Cat's up on Mercy, Zintherin on McCree, and Fate's Wheel on the Zarya. Zintherin definitely had some good moments here earlier today. We'll see if he can keep that up, though, against what could be a very high-tier opponent in Icefelt. And worth noting, too, you talk about Icefelt, his power and his sort of outplays. He definitely has given fits to Dignitas at times that Luminosity and Dignitas have played, where I feel like on Hitscan v Hitscan he was outperforming Bromos to some degrees. So Icefelt has definitely been playing at the highest levels as of late.
Yeah, he's a top-tier hit scan. He's going to be on McCree. Manitin will play the Roadhog. Reinhardt will be by Ruster. Mineral on the rare Lucio nowadays. Zave will play Mercy, and Sieni on the Hanzo for the offense. Couple Hanzos, only one Lucio. What game is this, CP?
It is the new game. It is the new patch. And we see Sieni right now on the Hanzo. Quicker arrows, of course, now a thing. We got a Hanzo duel to start things out here. Will this be a coming attraction? Things to come.
Yeah, just completely safe up there. Of course, the first point capture is absolutely removed, which I've been begging for a long time. It meant absolutely nothing. So they're going to post off here right outside the server room. Tanks are down here all alone. Defense not going to punish them for it just yet as a couple kills come out from LG.
Icefelt was able to win that Hitscan v Hitscan to start things out. It is now a 6v4. LG moving in. Manitin and Icefelt, they will be the cleanup to finish this out here. Maybe there's going to be some heroics from Peak, who's still... Or no, Peak went down early, so there will even be heroics from that, as it looks like LG is just going to cruise to this first point, which now is, in fact, the first point.
Yeah, it is legitimately the first point. Rex tried to get out of there, charged out, but it has been all red in this kill feed. They need to start giving up some ground here, because how they're dying right now is terrible. You have a lot of room in the shuttle room to like just wait a while, hold up, post up and shuttle. They're all going to spawn right now, so that the trickle's not going to be too brutal on them, but they're going to be waiting for him right outside this doorway. They trickled a little too late there. They are going to finally give up the ground here. Here comes a dragon to try to zone them out. A little too low on the dragon.
Dragon, though, will create some space here. It's not the worst for the side of LG. LG is keeping the payload moving beautifully here. The defense really just struggling to establish, and here comes Icefelt, opening up the Deadeye, gonna get taken out immediately by Peak. Perhaps a little bit over aggro. Here comes the counter Dragon. Peak going to be pushing LG back. The Dragon getting a decent amount of damage there, too. Manitin, though, able to counter fire, takes out Arc. And LG, they had to back out, but they're not giving this up here just yet. Sieni now starting to open things up on this Hanzo.
Yeah, nice couple Hanzo kills from the defense started it off, but let them reestablish. But the offensive Hanzo getting good hits in turn. Here comes a Graviton pretty late onto the remaining members of LG. That should be enough to stop them. It's only Icefelt and Sieni remaining. They get cleaned up as well. Here comes a Resurrection as well. Somewhat unneeded Resurrection, but I guess when your back's against the wall and that point's almost there, you have to use it. But they're going to have a definite Resurrection deficit in the next fight.
Yeah, they really didn't need the res here. And now, again, let's just sort of remind everyone how Mercy gameplay looks like here. They're not going to have a res up in the next fight because their ult charge got slowed down a bit for the defense, but the offense is going to have that. So all they have to do, they can roll right in, they can be aggressive. As long as Zave doesn't get picked off early, they're going to be in a great position here. And we're going to see how this works out. But Zave really the one to watch. Manitin gets the first pick off the Rex. Now a 65 and LG in a great position here. They should be able to just move forward. They can be a little bit aggro, and even if they lose people, no big deal. They have the res in their pocket, but Manitin being relentless on these pickoffs right now, they might not even have to use the res on this fight.
Just really interesting spacing there. Rex was all alone, like all alone. And even though you're a tank and even though you're running and you have a shield, when 6 people roll in on you, there's nothing you can do about it. Got a flashbang, hook, etc. It was able to take out early, so that shield was down, and then they were able to clean up because no one had any protection from that Rex shield. And now the momentum is firmly in their favor yet again. 3-4 kills really quick coming out for LG.
Unsung hero of this game is definitely the Manitin too. Manitin's been able to open a lot of these things up with picks and Hex. Let's take a look at the state of the game here. We have an ultimate showdown on the way. Sieni, though, able to take out Zintherin right away, so this might be a little bit of a biased ultimate showdown. That's going to be a big advantage to LG, though. It'll be one player up, and if they can engage before the respawns come in, they'll have a huge advantage. They might not do that, though, because of where the payload is.
Yeah, I think there was a dragon through spawn, which Gibraltar is unique in where it allows you to put those dragons. A defensive dragon comes out, Sieni and Icefelt pick up It is 6v4 right now for this final push. It is 6v3 as Sieni continues to get kills.
Icefeld able to get the mop up there on the spawn door. Not quite the ult showdown that the defense was looking for. It never really was. They just died way too early. Earthshower comes at the very end. Not going to be enough. And that is going to be a firm capture here by the side of LG. And remember, it is sort of a time bank system now. So they have 3 minutes in reserve to push the cart even further.
Yeah, we're rolling with whatever Blizzard's rules are. Luckily, they've kind of changed the rules a little bit so they make more sense to us on the competitive side of things, especially King of the Hill, and the time bank has been great. That's why you've seen the introduction of these assault maps from the top level teams as well. So we're going to roll with time bank. We're trying to get used to it as well, but a pretty solid time they're set on the offense, 337 remaining in their bank as they continue to push. And with how good they looked, not really slowed down, I would actually be a little bit surprised if they end up giving up the final cap on this map.
Certainly, I feel like this is where Flair's weaknesses are showing. Flair, of course, a new team. Pretty good on them to get this far, and they still might go even further. If LG does defeat them, they will get a chance to redeem themselves in the lower bracket. However, this has definitely been a very strong showing from LG, and LG just really flexing the fact that they are more of a veteran team, and this is interesting, Hex. Genji perhaps not dead yet. Saini coming out here with the defensive Genji to start things out.
I'm actually more interested in the Soldier 76 as well. Yeah. We rarely get to see a 76. As we mentioned, Icefeld is one of those hit scan aces that you want on your squad, so he's going to be rolling with the old Soldier again, and he's always been great on this map, right? Just because the position he's in right now, you see Icefeld right up there. Perfect for ducking and dodging behind doors, getting your biofield around doors as well, and just the long distance damage. So love to see Soldier back here. We'll see what Icefeld can do on it. Offensively, I have to give Arc some credit. He had some nice plays on Zenyatta. One of the only people showing up in the kill feed actually got some really decent DPS, so he's going to be on that Zenyatta again. They are going to roll with an offensive Hanzo still. That is going to be Peak, who also had some nice moments, a couple shutdowns on the McCree ultimate for the other team. So definitely the new patch bringing us some new things, and I'm super happy about it.
Do you have any idea how liberating it is that I don't have to go back and like worry about maintaining a timer? It is just, it is the
nice,
greatest feeling.
I've got my laptop next to me closed. It's usually on the countdown page, so it is nice to not have to deal with it.
Alrighty, well, the offense right now on its way. Peak looking for an early pickoff. Hanzo, historically, feast or famine. You either get an early pickoff and your team rolls right in, or you don't get the early pickoff and you just sit there wondering, why did I pick Hanzo? Hanzo, though, more consistent with some of the changes that came out. As Fade's able to get the first pickoff with Roadhog. Maniton, though, going in turn. He's going full Harblue right now in the backline. He's going to have another hook here in a moment. This could go from bad to worse. Maniton just at the left click getting the kill. Moving on to Zintherin as Maniton picks up a triple.
Yeah, Arc just didn't see that coming. He had a Roadhog above him, a Genji on the side. He was not long for the world, certainly. Again, Rex is on no man's land. He is way out there. Look at this position. So he's finally going to back up. Yeah, that push completely stymied.
Yeah, interesting how it sets up. Roadhog's being a big factor on both sides, and don't forget, with the nerf to Zen, I think we're going to see more Roadhog, period. It was really Discord Orb that was making Roadhog's day just absolutely miserable, but now that it went from 50 to 30, I feel like more room for Hogs. And he was already pretty good at points last patch.
Yeah, he was definitely still runnable last meta, not the disappearing act we've seen from other heroes as patch changes come in. And I totally agree. We're going to see more Hog. His utility is just too strong. With that 6 second, every 6 seconds you have the chance to delete the enemy from the map, which is huge.
Maniton still being sneaky here in the backline. This is where the offense should really key on this, not let him get what he's looking for. Oh, the big hook on the Mercy. Counter hook, though, going to save Mercy's life there, and Maniton might bit off more than he can chew. Getting juggled right into the air and take it out. Icefelt, though, on 76. Decent bit of counterfire coming in, and again, seeing how 76 does now should be interesting as well, since he was sort of out of it for a long time.
Yeah, it's great to see him back here. He offers a lot that other heroes do not, so that consistent poke damage from a distance, and then when he hits his ult, everyone's got to run. It is one of the best zoning ults in the game, even though we don't necessarily talk about it like that. So Transcendence comes in. Rex and Arc are trying to get some kills done. Peak showing up in the kill feed, though, gets a couple nice Hanzo picks.
Earth shows up, and here comes Saini. Dragon Blade on the way, has one, looking for more. Going in and around the point. Offense streaming in here. Here comes Fate Wheels. Was looking for the big pickoff from the Saini. Wasn't able to get it. Now actually has to back out. Genji in hot pursuit. Will be able to heal up, though. interesting fight thus far, but overall what you have to say is that LG's been holding strong, and there's only a minute 15 left here, X, so this is going to be the last opportunity for the offensive flare, and they need to get a good res to make this happen.
They don't really even have anyone who can go deal with the Mercy in the backline is one of the problems. They don't have a Genji, they don't have a Tracer, not even a Reaper, no one who can really get rid of Zave, who's going to be trying to get the Resurrection on. So they need a clutch pick early on, maybe one of their hit scans, maybe Hanzo with an arrow from far away, but if you don't deal with Zave, you're probably going to lose this fight.
And here's the thing for Manitim, we'll see if he can get into backline. Sandy has died though, so 65 opportunity here for Flare. That's exactly the pickoff they needed. And the thing about it is that Sandy died so far back. Oh my god, they actually used a one-person res? Yeah, I don't know about that. That's a little bit of hubris. We'll see if it works out. Cat's up though at 61 HP. If he goes down, it's not gonna matter because there will be no res. Sandy coming in, Dragon Blade at the ready. Not gonna get too much, and Cat's up. Will the res be coming in? He's gonna use it in just one. No, he's gonna save it.
No, they used the res, I think, because they thought they had the opposing Mercy dead to rights. There was a nice hook on him, but now they are in the cleanup crew. Is Cat's up gonna be the hero? There comes a huge res.
Res comes up, Earthshare comes in right in, but only hits the Winston shield. Not quite on target as Icefelt now, over the top. Has 2 kills. Will he be the cleanup crew master? Is looking for it. Dragon coming in though. Offense of Flare, not out of it yet. They are fighting to the last moment, but might just be over here in a moment as Icefelt goes in for cleanup. 3 kills from Ruster. Primal Rage doing all sorts of work, and they're going to knock people right off this cart.
Triple punch death coming out from Ruster. It was closer than it needed to be. They really thought that they were going to get Caps up. They had him lined up for a hook. That's why they burned that one-man res to bring the Genji back to life. And then they hooked Cats up, and he just miraculously escaped out of it. Almost cost them that map, almost cost them the game, but they do pull it back. Icefeld with some nice plays there on that Soldier 76, and they will be moving forward, but they did make it closer than it had to be.
Play of the game coming out here. And this is one thing I know players were complaining decent about, is that I feel like anytime Mercy gets a 4-res, it's basically guaranteed to be play of the game, but you think about it in the overall context of this game, they still ended up losing this fight. So I don't know. Mercy play of the games. I feel like it would be good if you had at least, like, you could set up so you had a support play of the game and a damage play of the game or something like that. Because let me tell you this much, with Mercy back in the meta, you're going to be seeing something like 40% Mercy play of the games.
That's probably underestimating it even.
It's like it's actually going to be 70% Mercy play of the games. Well,
for sure.
Alrighty, so that was